Hello students, welcome to a lesson through the virtual training center of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher, and in this lockdown period, since we are not able to go to school, children, we will be doing many lessons here online through the virtual class. So come on, let's proceed to our lesson for today.
So children, the lesson that we will do today is a lesson in standard 2nd, and the subject is English, and the name of the lesson, children, is Yash and Moti. It is a story which is lesson number 1.4 in your English textbook, and as you can see here in the lesson, in this picture, this lesson is about a boy called Yash and about his very beautiful and very adorable puppy or dog called as Moti. And you know, children, dogs are called as man's best friend. Okay, so let us learn the story about Moti and Yash. So this is Yash and this is Moti. Okay, so have you ever had a dog at home, or does your friend have a dog? So you will see that these people who have dogs, they love their dogs too much. And why do they do that? Because dogs are very loyal animals. Okay, they are very faithful to you, and they also love you a lot. Okay, so our Yash also used to love his dog Moti so much. And now something happened, and there was a small story which happened to them, and because of that, Yash started loving Moti all the more. So let us see what that story was. So Yash was very happy. Okay, so Yash was happy. Now, why was Yash happy? Let us see the reason why Yash was happy. Because Yash's mother gave him something. Now, who's this here? This is Yash's mother. Okay, mother means you also call her mummy, you call her Ai, you call her Amma. So, this is Yash's mother. Okay, and Yash's mother has made Yash very happy. Let us see why. Because Yash's mother has bought him new shoes. Wow, isn't that good? So Yash's mother had bought him new shoes. So look at Yash's new shoes over here. See, these are the new shoes which Yash's mother had bought for him. Now children, when you get something, like when your mummy buys you new shoes, a pair of shoes, or when your papa buys a small bicycle for you, or when your didi or your bhaiya, they give you a small gift, that time we are very happy, isn't it? So that is the reason our friend Yash also was very happy, because Yash's mother had bought him new shoes. Now you will see, children, that there is one word here which I have written using a different color, that is shoes. Okay, so come on, let's read the spelling of shoes, because towards the end of the lesson I am going to ask you to read some words. Okay, so shoes will be one of them. So come on, let's prepare now only, and let's read shoes. S-H-O-E-S. Shoes. Okay, so Yash's mother had bought him new shoes. And then what happened? And Yash, whole day Yash wore those shoes, and he walked around the house, and he went outside, and the next day he thought, I will get up and I will show the shoes to all my friends. Okay, so he wanted to go and see all his friends, and he wanted to show him his shoes. So Yash went to sleep at night. In the night, his mummy told him, okay, now it is too late, so you please go to sleep. So Yash went to sleep and then he got up in the morning. So Yash woke up in the morning. Okay, see the small clock which is kept next to him. What is the time? The time in that clock is 7:10. So Yash woke up in the morning. So let us once again read the spelling of this word which is written in different color. M-O-R-N-I-N-G, morning. So Yash woke up in the morning. Okay, after that what happened? After Yash woke up, what was he going to do? He was going to go and show his shoes to all his friends, isn't it? He was going to run out and he was going to show his shoes to all his friends and also the children in his class. But let's see what happens. Oh my God, what happened? There was only one shoe. So in the picture which I just showed you, how many shoes were there? There was a pair of shoes, isn't it? You have two legs, so you have to wear two shoes. So you call it as a pair of shoes. But then here there was only one shoe. Now what happened? Imagine what would have happened. But before that, let us read this once again. There was only one shoe. So where was the other shoe? So now our friend Yash got very upset and he wanted to start crying and he felt so sad that he actually started crying. Okay, Yash started crying. See, can you see? He's crying. And what is the reason he is crying? Because he cannot find one shoe of his. His mummy had just bought two shoes for him. That is a pair of shoes for him. And he was very happy about wearing those shoes and going outside and playing also. But then when he slept in the night and when he woke up in the morning, he realized that, oh my God, there is only one shoe. And Yash started crying. So let's read the words once again. Yash started crying. Okay. Then what happened? He started searching. So Yash started searching for his shoes. So what do? You start looking here and there, isn't it? So he started looking in the kitchen, he looked under his bed, he looked outside his house because now he wanted to find that one missing shoe. So look at him, he's searching, all right, and he's very worried also because if he doesn't get his shoe, his mummy might also scold him because it was very new, isn't it? So Yash started searching. Searching means in Hindi you say dhoondna, in Marathi you say shodhna, okay, for his shoe. So Yash started looking here and there for his shoe. Then what happened? Did Yash find it? Yash did not find his shoes, children. So Yash, what happened to him? Did he stop crying? No. Yash sobbed and sobbed. Okay. So what is Yash doing here? See, he is sobbing. Sobbing means crying loudly. So Yash sobbed and sobbed. So once again, sobbed is in a different color. So let us read the spelling of sobbed. S-O-B-B-E-D. Sobbed. Now when you have one letter written twice, children, next to each other, you can also say S-O-B-B-E-D, sobbed. Okay, so once again, S-O-B-B-E-D, sobbed. Okay, so let's read it once again. Yash sobbed and sobbed. All right, let's move on and let's see what happened. So our Yash was sobbing, he was crying. Suddenly what happened was, see what happened after that? Moti came and started wagging his tail. So have you seen dogs doing this? They wag their tail, they move their tail like this, okay, from one side to another. So Moti came and he saw that Yash was crying, and Moti was Yash's best friend. So Moti came and he started wagging his tail. Now look at the word written in different color. It is wagging. W-A-G-G-I-N-G, wagging. Alright, let's read the sentence once again. Moti came and started wagging his tail. Okay, now dogs, they wag their tail when they are happy, and they wag their tail when they see you. They wag their tail when they are hungry. So children, dogs cannot speak, isn't it? We can speak. We can tell someone that I'm feeling hungry, I'm feeling thirsty, I'm happy, I'm sad. But dogs cannot do that. So whenever a dog feels anything, the dog starts wagging his tail. So Moti also started wagging his tail. See? And Moti also started barking. See here, Moti is doing bow, wow, wow, wow. So Moti started barking. So why do dogs bark? When they see someone new, they will bark. When they want to tell you something also, they will bark. Okay, because a dog cannot speak. I just told you. So Moti looked at Yash and Moti started barking. Once again, let's read this. Moti started barking. Okay, so Moti wanted to tell Yash something. So Moti was barking. So let us see what Moti had to tell Yash. What did he want Yash to know? So Moti, what did he do? He ran towards a tree. So you can see here, Moti is running towards the tree. Okay, once again, see, Moti ran towards the tree. There was a tree outside and Moti ran towards it. Okay, so Moti ran towards a tree. Now what was there in the tree, children? What is there in trees? You see fruits on the trees, you see flowers on the trees. Can you find a shoe on a tree? But let's see what Moti has found out. So Moti is our little detective over here. Now what was there in this tree? See, there was a big hole in the tree. Can you see? There was a big hole near the bottom of the tree. Okay? And then what was there in the hole? There was Yash's shoe in the hole. So the shoe was in the hole. See here, the shoe. It was lying in this hole. And how come the shoe must have come here? Now Yash's mummy is going to scold him. And Yash's mummy is going to say that you kept one shoe inside the house and the other shoe inside the hole. You are so irresponsible. But Yash was very happy also, and Yash was very worried also, because he wanted to know how the shoe got into the hole. So the shoe was in the hole. Children, now when I am underlining these words, I want you to read the words with me. That is why I am underlining them. Okay? So the shoe was in the hole. Can you see the shoe is lying here? So they pick up the shoe and they bring it home, and Yash is happy once again. So now he decides to find out how his shoe reached the hole. And he finds out there is this rat which comes into his house sometimes. Have you seen this kind of a rat in your house also? What did this rat do? This naughty rat, what did it do? A rat had carried the shoe away. Okay, so there was this rat who used to come to Yash's house sometimes, and this rat, it had taken the shoe away with him. Alright, sometimes these rats, they nibble also at the shoes. They nibble means they bite at the shoes. So a rat had carried it there. Where? To the hole near the tree. Anyways, now our Yash was very happy because he had found his shoe. So what did he do? He hugged his dog Moti. See how he's hugging Moti? And what did he say to Moti? Yash said, "Thank you, Moti." So whenever your friend does something good for you, or your friend helps you in something, what should you say? You should always say thank you. So Yash also said, "Thank you, Moti, for helping me to find my shoe." Okay, so Yash said, "Thank you, Moti." So this was the story of Yash and his friend, his doggy Moti. So Yash had lost a shoe, and Yash was very worried because it was a new shoe which his mom had bought for him. But then Moti helped him to find that shoe. And therefore Yash was very happy, and Yash started loving Moti more. Alright children, so this was the story of Yash and Moti. Now there are some exercises with it. So let us look at some questions which are there in the textbook along with this lesson. So you are supposed to find words in the story which mean bitten or cut off with teeth. So when you bite something off with your teeth, what do you call it? You call it as nibbled. Okay, so there are certain animals like rabbits, rats, etc., which nibble at things, which cut off things with their teeth. See, this is how they nibble. Can you see? They bite at something with their front teeth. So they nibble. What about cried noisily? Noisily means loudly. If you cry loudly, what do you call it? You call it sobbed. When you cry loudly, what do you call it? You call it as sobbed. See here, someone is sobbing. And in our story, who was sobbing, children? Yash was sobbing. Why was he sobbing? Because someone had taken away one of his shoes. Okay, so this is nibbled and this is sobbed. Nibbled means to bite off with your teeth, and sobbing means to cry noisily or loudly. Okay, let us see the next exercise also. So you're supposed to answer in a word or a phrase. Remember, you're not supposed to write the full answer here because they've given you very small space. So you're supposed to answer only in a word or in a phrase. Phrase means 1 or 2 or 3 words. Alright, so who bought new shoes for Yash? Yes, come on, tell me. Who bought new shoes for Yash? Very good. It was his mother. It was Yash's mother who bought new shoes for Yash. How did Yash feel then? When Yash got the new shoes, how did he feel, children? He felt very, very happy. Okay, so you can write happy or you can also write very happy. Alright, if you have to write this in a full sentence, what will you write this answer? You will say, who bought new shoes for Yash? His mother bought new shoes for Yash. How did Yash feel then? Yash felt happy then. But then they have asked us to write the answer only in a word or in 2-3 words. That is a phrase. Okay, look at the next answer. Why was Yash sobbing? Come on, tell me. Why Yash was crying loudly or crying noisily? Because he lost his shoe. There were 2 shoes when he went to sleep in the night. But when he got up in the morning, there was only 1 shoe. That means he had lost 1 shoe. That is why Yash was sobbing. Who carried Yash's shoe to the hole? Who must have taken Yash's shoe to the hole? It was a big fat rat. Okay, so there was a big fat rat which had taken Yash's shoe to the hole. So these are the question and answers here for you. There are a few more exercises, children, which we will do before we leave for today. So put the following sentences in the correct order. Now in the story, certain things happened first and certain things happened later, isn't it? For example, Yash's mother bought him the shoes, then he became happy, then he lost his shoes, and then he became sad, isn't it? So can you write the story ulta pulta? Can you say Yash started crying, then Yash was happy, then Yash lost his shoes, and then Yash's mother bought him shoes? You cannot write the story ulta pulta, isn't it? You cannot write it in reverse order, or you cannot write it in a wrong order. But here, what they have done is they have written the story ulta pulta. Okay, see, there is only 1 new shoe over here. Yash saw his shoe in the hole. Yash followed Moti. His mother gave him new shoes. Thank you, Moti, said Yash. So now which one will come first, children? Which sentence will come first? What is the thing which happened first in the story? Yes, in the beginning of the story. How did the story start? The story started by Yash's mother giving him new shoes. After that, what happened? After that, Yash saw that there is only 1 shoe. So then Yash started searching for his shoe. And then what happened? Yash followed Moti. Moti started barking and Moti ran towards the tree. So Yash also ran along with Moti towards that tree, isn't it? And then what did Yash see? Yash saw his shoe inside the hole. And then lastly, Yash said, "Thank you, Moti." So did you see? If you know the story, then you can put their story in the correct order. If you do not know the story, children, you will have to go back and read the story and then try to put it in correct order. Okay? So see, we learned the story. We learned so many things also about the story. There is a last thing which we have to do now. We have to read these words. Remember, when we were reading the story, I told you that there are certain words which I have written in green color. So later on, you will have to read these words, and we also said the words a number of times, isn't it? So come on, let's read the words now. So which is the first word that we will read? It is this one. What is the word? S-H-O-E-S. Shoes. Let us read the next one now. It is M-O-R-N-I-N-G. Morning. See the next one. S-O-B-B-E-D. Sobbed. What did I tell you? What will you also say? You can also say S-O-B-B-E-D. Sobbed. Then you have, yes, read it. You'll know how to read this, isn't it? Very good. It is W-A-G-G-I-N-G or W-A-G-G-I-N-G. Then you have barked. B-A-R-K-E-D. Barked. Then you have Y-A-R-D. Yard. Okay, then NIBB LED, nibbled. NIBB LED, nibbled. And finally you have CONDITION, condition. Once again, we did not read this in the story, isn't it? So let's read it once again. CONDITION, condition. So we read 8 words now. Shoes, morning, sobbed, wagging, barked, yard, nibbled and condition. Okay children, so we read the story of Yash and Moti. We also met Yash and Moti, isn't it? And we saw what happened to them. We also saw that in the end, Moti was able to find Yash's shoe for him. And so Yash was very happy and he hugged Moti and he said, "Thank you, Moti." And then we also saw the question and answers in this lesson. We saw the meaning of some words. Okay, we put the sentences in order and we also read all these words in our story.
So children, now you have watched the video. So after you watch the video now, you will have to complete a few simple tasks. Now you might have watched the video on your computers or your laptops or your mobile phones. Now after you watch the video, what will you do? You will please go to the description box which is given below the video. So what is the description box? See, the description box looks like this. Alright, and after you go to the description box, you will see that there are a few questions there. Now what are these questions about? These questions are about the lesson that we just learned or the video that you just watched. So what will you do? You will think back properly about the lesson and you will try and answer these questions and note down the answers in your notebook if you want. Okay? After that, we have another task waiting. You will also click on the link which you will find in the description box to fill up the Google form. So now what is the Google form, children? It is nothing but a simple form. There are a few simple questions there about the video which you just saw and also about yourself. So these are the tasks now that you will have to complete after you watch each video. So children, wasn't that a very interesting lesson? I'm sure you learned a lot of new things in this lesson. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my video so that you will get to see all the videos which I keep posting regularly.